It's time to build some stairs. Okay, we're going to use the rectangle tool and find the midpoint inference. Once we get that, we're going to drag all the way over to the other endpoint. Then we're going to use the push-pull tool, and we're going to pour that out. It's about 4 feet. I typed in 4 feet on my keyboard. So now I'm going to hover around and get a better angle from the bottom. I will use the push-pull tool to pull the stairs base down 4 feet. I'm measuring with the platform. So now I will hover around again, get a better angle. Now I will actually use the tape measure, and I will measure from the end and pull it out about 12 inches, or either 1 foot. Same thing, 12 inches or 1 foot. Now we'll hover around because I'm going to I'm making guidelines now. These guidelines are going to help me build the stairs. So now I'm going to measure from the top of the base and come down 8 inches. I'm typing in 8 quotation marks in the keyboard, in the box you see in the bottom right. Now I'm using a pencil and I'm going to draw a line from one guideline to the other. I'm looking for that blue line. Once I know it's straight, I can release it. Now I'm going to erase the guidelines because I don't need the guidelines anymore. I'm erasing the guidelines. Now that I have my guidelines erased and I have my lines in place, I will highlight the top line. Now I'm going to use the shift button on the keyboard to highlight the second line. Now I'm going to make a copy. In order for me to make a copy, I will use the move tool. I'm going to put it on the end point. Then I'm going to press Control on my keyboard to make a copy. Now I'm going to drag that line to the other endpoint, and I will just keep doing that until I get to the bottom of the stairs. Remember the move key, then press Control on your keyboard to make a copy. Now I have my outline for my stairs. I will use the push-pull tool to get rid of what I don't want. So I'm deleting what I don't need. There are my stairs right there. Now I'm using the arc tool, the 2-point. I'm gonna click on the edge. Once I find the edge I want, I'm gonna come down to the bottom and click again once I get to the edge. Now I'm going to pull it up to the point I want, and then once I do it, I click my mouse again. That's for my outline for the base of my stairs. I could leave it there, but I'm going to delete that part. Push-pull tool to remove that. Now that I have everything in place, it's time for me to actually group the stairs. So I'm triple clicking on the stairs, and I'm going to make a group. So now if I need to pull the stairs and move it around, everything operates as one function. So now I'm in the process of creating my slide. I'm drawing a box using the rectangle tool to draw a rectangle. I didn't go all the way to the edge, but it's kind of a little bit, leaving out a little bit. And I'm using the push-pull tool to pull out for my slide. And remember, you can replay these videos as much as you need to, slow it down. Now I'm going to use the push-pull tool to pull out the box for my slide, and I will match it up with the base of the pillars. I'm using the inference to match it up with the base of the pillars. Now I'm going to hover around so I can get a better angle. Now I'm going to use this box. I'm going to cut out, use this as a cutout for my slide. So I'm looking at the bottom of the platform. So I'm lining it up with the bottom of the platform, and I'm going to go down to the other end point. Now I'm going to click my third time to actually draw that line for me. Now I'm going back to the arc tool. Actually, I'm going to select this. I'm going to make a copy of this. So I'm going to, once I highlight that, I'm going to use the move tool. I'm going to go to the end point. The reason why I'm going to the end point because I want to move it to the top part of that base of the playground. Now that I have that outline, I'm going to use the push-pull tool to remove the part that I don't want. And there is my playground base right there. So now I'm going to get rid of the bottom of it, of the playground. I'm going to use the push-pull tool, and I'm going to delete the bottom. Getting a little tricky here, but I got it. So now that I have everything in place, I'm triple clicking on the base, on the slide, and I'm making it into a group. That way, when I move it around, everything will stay intact. It won't pull out of place. Starting to look like a playground now.